What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to part two of a look at my CD shelves here, right? So last week we did part one. That's part two. This is probably going to be at least a 5 or 6 parter, I would think, right? Maybe a little more. We'll see how it goes because I got lots of stuff to show. Probably won't get to everything, but I'll get to as much as I can. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? So obviously I'm gonna have to get up on the ladder. We're gonna start on column number 2 or shelf number 2. And so let me hold on. I got Tull is here. Tull, what's up, Tull girl? Yeah, we're gonna look at the CD shelves. Yeah, okay, all right. So let's go do that, shall we? So let's see. Hopefully the light is good. Okay, so start at the top. So of course, last week we started up there. Now we're going to start here. So we pretty much D is here going down. We did Deep Purple and Def Leppard and Death at the bottom of last week. So as with before, there's some stuff floating around up top that really doesn't belong here. So we've got all sorts of Porcupine Tree stuff, as you can see. There's the incident. You've got the latest one, Closer Continuation. Got some Uli John Roth up there. There's more Porcupine Tree here. Got pretty much the whole collection. Some cool little rarity things and whatnot. Then we've got some Slayer and some Satan, some Creator. So we got some kind of extreme metal stuff up top. Got some Saint Vitus as well. So again, some P's and S's really don't belong there, but this is all about kind of plugging stuff wherever I got room. So let's get to the real show. So here we got Buck Dharma's solo album, Flat Out. Got Derek and the Dominoes live at the Fillmore. And then we've got, we got some Demon. You guys ever see these album covers? Pretty cool if you haven't. This is a new wave of British heavy metal band. That was on the first album cover, first CD cover, right? Makes it look much more evil than the music actually is. It's very keyboard oriented, kind of like AOR melodic rock, but of course they were around at that early time of the new wave British heavy metal. We got some Derek and the Dominoes. Oh, we got some Rick Derringer. All sorts of Rick Derringer stuff. I mean, you gotta love some of these albums, right? Yeah. classic Derringer. Got the classic Derringer live. Right, gotta have that. Got Detective. Right, Michael DeBar. Got some Diamond Head stuff. And we got the Bruce Dickinson solo albums right here. Those are all really cool. And of course, all the Dio stuff. All the Dio stuff. It's all here. Lock Up the Wolves. Underrated album. Some of the heavier stuff. Let's move this over here. Then we got all the Dire Straits. All right. And then, of course, the Dixie Dregs at the end. Got to have a Dixie Dregs. All right, let's go down one shelf. All right, so we've got, starting off here at the top, we've got all the Down CDs, of course, the band led by Phil Anselmo and company from Pantera. Got guys from Corrosion of Conformity and Crowbar in there, great doom band, Southern doom band. We've got some Doors, some Dokken, some Dream Theater. As you can see, we got some Doc Holliday stuff. A little more Dokken there. So here, great Southern rock band, Doc Holliday. Got a whole bunch of theirs. And then we got the whole Doors collection. We're going to have all the Doors stuff. Got live stuff. All right, all sorts of Doors stuff. And then, of course, we got the Doobie Brothers. If you guys are, where is it here? Moving some stuff around, bear with me. If you've never heard this, you can get this. This is kind of a boot. Basically, this is early recordings of the Doobie Brothers before their first album. So it's kind of like demos and things like that. It's pretty heavy, actually. Again, this is some kind of like Russian boot that I picked up. But man, this is way more rocking than the first Doobie Brothers album. So if you kind of have this and you always wonder why it's kind of light, kind of folky, go see if you can find this. Again, just search for, I don't even know what the hell you call it. Just search for like Doobie Brothers early recordings and you can find that. But yeah, got all the Doobie Brothers stuff. All right, lots of live stuff, lots of Doors stuff. Put these back here. Then, of course, you've got all the Dream Theater, right? More Doobie Brothers. So here we got all the Dream Theater stuff, live stuff. Charlie Dominici, former lead singer of Dream Theater way back in the day. All right, lots of cool stuff there. Stay. Here we go. All right, let's pop down one. All right, as you can see, got some Dennis DeYoung. All right, got some Dennis DeYoung stuff up top there. Dr. Butcher, the great Dr. Butcher. For those of you Savatage fans, some more Dennis DeYoung. Got all my, got some Faces. More Dennis DeYoung, Entwistle. All the rest of my Faces. CDs. And then that's basically it for D. So now we will continue on. Oh, there's some Eloy. See, we're on E already, right? And of course, E starts with, D, we've got some Les Dudek stuff. These Les Dudek albums are very, very good. Kind of Southern rocky, kind of psychedelic, kind of bluesy. Great album cover there. Dudek Finnegan band. And we got the Dust albums here. Great early heavy band from New York. And then, of course, all the Eagles. Got the One Collection live album, right? Basically have everything there. They didn't have a lot of albums. And all the Ekelund stuff, right? Great prog band from Pennsylvania. Started in the 90s, are still around. And quite a few Ekelund albums. And then we got all the Electric Light Orchestra. Let's move Dennis over a little bit. So again, we've got all this cool stuff. And of course, you know, my personal favorite stuff starts basically with On the Third Day. All right, and then, you know, Face the Music and so on and so forth. My all-time favorite, there we go. Lots of ELO stuff. And then we got Elf, Ronnie James Dio's hard rock and boogie band before Rainbow. And then all the great Eloy albums, right? I mean, look at some of this. If you guys aren't familiar with Eloy, great German prog band from the 70s. Look at that album cover, right? Kick ass. My personal favorite is Silent Cries and Mighty Echoes. Apologize for the glare. But if you want like some of the heavier Eloy stuff, like the heavy Hammond organ, heavy guitar riffs and things, go check out if I can get them out of here. Like Floating is really good. Inside is really great as well. Tala, please be quiet. Very cool albums. Those are a little heavier. If you like heavier prog, like I said, heavy Hammond organ and lots of guitar. All right. Continuing E. Lots of all my Elder CDs are sitting here because I just don't have any other spot for them. So here's the Elder catalog. Great psychedelic, heavy rock prog band. Let's move them down to another shelf. All right, so then we got more Eloy, including the most recent. Up above, we got all sorts of weird stuff. Excalibur, Fields, Emerson, Lake and Powell, Fields. Two different Fields band, right? The one's a UK band, one's from the US. Peter Frampton, got some Evergrey up top. All my Emerson, Lake and Palmers, these are all the remasters and remixes, right? Love how they all have the same look and feel on the spine. You know, Stephen Wilson did a few of those. Enchant, great US prog / prog metal band. I got all my Epica albums. Epica CDs, right? The lovely Simone. Some more ELP. And of course, all my Europe CDs. Just love Europe to death. Guys, if you've never listened to this album, Walk the Earth, or the one that came before it, which is The War of Kings, I absolutely highly recommend both of them. Great heavy rock albums. Forget the Final Countdown. If that's all you know and you don't like the Final Countdown, all this other stuff, the later period stuff, doesn't sound anything like that. Here we got all the Evergrey. All right, great Swedish band. Let's move things back up here. All right, so continuing on with E, we got all the Exodus albums. Great thrash metal band from the Bay Area. Lots of really cool albums here. Let's see. Let's grab one. There's Tempo of the Damned. First reunion album with Jethro on vocals. We got some Extreme stuff. Extreme the band, not Extreme Music. Mark Farner. Got some solo albums from Mr. Farner, of course, legendary vocalist and guitar player from Grand Funk Railroad. 2 really good solo albums there. We got some Fastway. And all the Fates Warning stuff. Great. One of the originators of progressive metal. Lots of albums there. We got the Fish catalog, and not the band Fish, the singer Fish, otherwise known as Derek Dick, former lead vocalist of Marillion. Got lots of Fish stuff there. And then Flash, that's the Peter Banks band. Peter Banks, original guitar player in Yes. He had a very cool prog band called Flash after he left Yes. If you like early Yes, you'll love Flash. Really cool. Flying Colors all at the end. And up top, we got some interesting stuff. Band Flax, kind of hard rock band from the 70s. Fuzzy Duck, Flied Egg, little Joe Lynn Turner's Fandango, some more Fandango, some more Flying Colors. More Flying Colors, Faith No More, Floating Opera, another cool kind of psych prog band. Some Ace Frehley stuff. Euclid, very cool. Heavy band from like the Ohio area. It's called Heavy Equipment. Very cool stuff. All right, let's move down some more. I think we can get rid of the ladder at this point. All right, so more F. Very cool British kind of bluesy hard rock band called Freedom. All right, a couple members were in other notable bands. I'm actually going to be doing a ranking at some point on Freedom. I've been talking about doing that for a long time, so I'll be doing that as well. Very cool band. Fairly obscure, though. Here we got some Ghost stuff. All right, great Swedish band, Ghost. The only reason Buckingham Nicks is here is because this is also the Fleetwood Mac shelf, so that's why Billy Gibbons solo. And then, as you can see, we got some Focus here because this is also the Focus shelf. So let's start. Got Fleetwood Mac, basically everything, right? Peter Green era, Bob Welch era, and of course the Buckingham Nicks era. All the Focus albums. I love Focus. Very cool. Dutch prog band. Great Hamburg Concerto. Live at the Rainbow. I mean, these are just such cool albums. A great Focus. And then after Focus, we've got some Foghat. Those of you who are wondering, Pete, where's the Flower Kings? Flower Kings are in my closet. You can't fit everything on here, right? So I would urge everybody who's going to be putting in comments, well, what about this band? What about that band? They're not on your shelf. Well, doesn't mean I don't have it or have stuff by them. It's just I can only fit what I could fit here. And other like bands that I got into after I put the stuff up on the shelf or before I realized I had any room, they're all, alphabetical in my closet. So we'll be getting to that at some point. So here's all the cool Foghat stuff. I have a lot of these cool, the Foghats are like, the 2-on-1s, which are pretty neat. Tala, please be quiet. And then we got Foreigner. And that concludes that shelf. Then we're going to move down. And it's always cool showing this off. There's the free stuff, right? So, of course, that is Paul Kossoff. Why does it look like something is out of whack on that? Or is it? Does it look correct? Does it look correct? Oh, it looks a little out of whack. Let's see. Something is not. Oh, maybe it is okay. His nose looks like this should be. I think Free Live and Highway are not correct. Let's take a look. There we go. That looks better. There's Koss. All right, so all the classic Free albums. Now we got all sorts of Rory Gallagher. Sorry, Rory Gallagher. I always want to say Gallagher. Here in the States, we don't do the G is silent thing, so we always say Gallagher, but it is Gallagher. That is how you pronounce his name. All right, so all sorts of Rory. Lots of live stuff, lots of studio stuff, all sorts of cool Rory stuff. Up top, we got all the Peter Gabriels. All right. Gin House, very cool band. Good Thunder, Simon Dupree and the Big Sound. And of course, when you see that, you know that means Gentle Giant is not far. So there we got some Gentle Giant out front. Billy Gibbons, more Billy Gibbons, cool Genesis, dogs barking. There's all the Genesis, right? So there we go. All the Genesis. And then begins Gentle Giant, which will continue down below. So, of course, I got some various, there's so many different reissues and remasters of the Gentle Giant catalog. So I think there's some that I do have doubles of, but just haven't figured out what to do with all this stuff yet. So, yeah, I'm going to let Tull out because she's being kind of a pain. Goodbye. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, so now we got a lot of crowded stuff here. So, as you can see, the D, we got lots of Grateful Dead stuff sitting in the front. So I'm going to kind of move those out of the way. Red Rocks, and there's Under Construction, Gentle Giant. And we got the Gamma stuff. Gamma 1, 2, and 3. All right, they're all there. And, all right, so we continue on with Gentle Giant. Got David Gilmour solo up top. All right. All this cool stuff. All right, classics. Graviators, very cool Swedish heavy rock band. We got GTR, the great band Gun, featuring the Gervitz Brothers, more Billy Gibbons solo. The Gods, a couple Gods, Greenleaf, another good heavy band. The Gods, of course, Ken Hensley and company, pre-Uriah Heep. And then down below, we've got more Gentle Giant. Lots of live Gentle Giant, as you can see. A ton of live Gentle Giant stuff. And then, oh, hello, Ian. Of course, that's Mr. Ian Gillan. All the different Ian Gillan albums. The band Gillan, I should say. So here, take it out. And there we got Live at the Budokan, Ian Gillan Band. And then we've got the Gillan Band, right? So here we got Future Shock. I love this kind of stuff here when you got the faces on the side, or whatever it is. I think it's just very, very cool. More Gillan stuff, lots of Gillan stuff. And then, of course, all the Golden Earring, right? Lots of Golden Earring. Let's see if we can grab one or two here. I tell you, the old Golden Earring albums are really, really good. Really good early 70s heavy rock. They get a little more commercial as the decade wore on into the 80s, but man, those 70s albums are classic. Classic. All right, so let's put some of these Dick's Picks and things back up. And we'll continue on to the next shelf. Get Ronnie Montrose and company back up here. Okay, so we got more. I got tons of Grateful Dead stuff. I've just been buying a lot of Grateful Dead live stuff. So we got, as you can see, more Dick's Picks. Live at the Fillmore. Barry Gaudreau, solo. Graham Edge Band. Of course, Graham from Moody Blues. Very cool albums there. Here we got more. This is the remaster remix of Oxomoxoa. Very cool. I still have the original as well. Got some Groundhogs. Who will save the world, you might ask? Hogwash. It's all hogwash. All right, so now, Government Mule. Tons of Government Mule. I'm a big Warren Haynes fan. So here we got all sorts of cool stuff here. Telstar Sessions. First album, second album, all the live stuff. So much Government Mule, man. Dark Side of the Mule. If you never heard this, if you like this is fun. I don't listen to this that often, but this is Government Mule doing the entire Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd and other assorted things from Floyd. Actually, they don't do the entire Dark Side of the Moon. It's just like Pink Floyd, all sorts of Pink Floyd stuff. All right, from Sweden, you got Graveyard. Very cool, bluesy, heavy rock band from Sweden. Love Graveyard. Granicus, Golden Void, Jafria, Grinder Switch, great southern rock band. Gypsy Hawk, if you love Thin Lizzy, man. Modern day sounding Thin Lizzy hard rock. All right, so let's continue on. Government Mule, and of course, all the Grand Funk Railroad stuff. You guys are looking for more live Grand Funk, you got to get this one from the 1971 tour. This is great. This is probably just as good as the classic Grand Funk live album. There are all the songs from Cobo Hall and Shea Stadium. Mandatory Grand Funk. All right, Dead. All the Grateful Dead. Studio, tons of live stuff. A lot of live stuff, actually. Plenty of Dead. Plenty of Dead. All right, so let's put the live Dead stuff back. All right, and let's move back down. So we got more Groundhogs. Thank Christ for the bomb. The Groundhogs are really, really strong. Late 60s, early 70s, heavy British blues stuff. Good. Some of it's pretty heavy. Some of it's just straight blues stuff. We got lots of Hawkwind floating around here. Tons of Hawkwind. This is the Hawkwind shelf. Got some Steve Hackett. Got some Heart. Okay. All right, now let's get to what we got here. So we got lots of Steve Hackett. Lots of Steve Hackett, actually. Up above, we got Heaven and Hell. I should put those in the Black Sabbath section, but for whatever reason, I got them over here. Because I'm anal that way, and the band is called Heaven and Hell, even though it really is Black Sabbath. Steve Hackett. Lots more Hackett. Lots more Hackett up top. George Harrison. Great Texas band, Highway Robbery. Head Machine. More Steve Hackett. And then loads and loads and loads of Hawkwind. There are so many Hawkwind albums. I don't even have all of them. I have a good chunk of the studio albums, but I don't have all the live stuff and all the offshoots and everything like that. I have most of the studio albums that are listed as Hawkwind. All right, not Hawkestral and Hawk this and Hawk that. Then we got all the Heart albums. Okay, plus the ones I put on the floor. All right, so let's get these back up here. All right, so down below, we've got more Government Mule. Halloween. There's all the cool Halloween stuff. Up above, we got some Ken Hensley solo. Hughes Thrall, more Ken Hensley. Ken Hensley, of course, from Uriah Heep. Out front, we got a little more Groundhogs. I got Groundhogs everywhere. Oh, this is really good. Live at Leeds. Killer live album. Lots of Hendrix on this one here. So we got Live at Maui. Last Experience from the Royal Albert Hall. That's a boot, but awesome. One of these days, I'm sure they will release that. Glenn Hughes is also the Glenn Hughes shelf. So, as you can see, up top, Hagar, Sean Aronson, Shreve. Lots of Jimi Hendrix live in Cologne. New York Sessions. Warren Haynes live. Glenn Hughes, Resonate. Lots of Glenn Hughes here. As you can see, got all the Glenn Hughes solo albums here. Yes, there will be a ranking of those at some point. If not all of them, at least the top 10 or something. Lots of Hendrix. Man, I got so much live Hendrix stuff. Whew, look at all that Hendrix. I mean, you know, what we got here? Isle of Wight. What else? A lot of cool, rare live things. I'm a collector of like all sorts of Hendrix live albums, and there are many. I'm sure I'm even missing some. All right, let's put these back up. Final two shelves, guys and girls. Okay, all right. Humble Pie. Official bootleg box set. Collection of live stuff. Not the greatest recordings, but still cool to have if you like vintage 70s Humble Pie. Here's more Hendrix. All right, that's the Fillmore Band of Gypsies box set. Here's Steve Hackett. All right, so there we got all the Humble Pie. We're popping in and out of focus here. All right, bear with me here. I'm trying to... All right, so... Humble Pie. A lot of Humble Pie, actually. Here we got Iced Earth. We got Hydra. Great Southern rock band. Lots of Iced Earth stuff here. IQ, got Tony Iommi Solo up above. Hot Tuna, got some of the Hot Tuna stuff. Electric Hot Tuna, I'm not really into the acoustic stuff. Like I said, Tony Iommi Solo. Iron Claw, very good heavy rock band. And of course, the great Iron Butterfly. And then the beginning of Iron Maiden. Because, of course, what collection would be complete without Iron Maiden? All right, and then down below, we will finish their Senjutsu, brand new Maiden. All the rest of the classic Iron Maiden albums. James Gang. I'm a big fan of the James Gang, so got all the classic albums, all the great ones with Tommy Bolin, all the other ones. I got all of them. And then up top, we got Jefferson Airplane and Jefferson Starship. Okay. Geronimo, cool kind of German heavy rock band from the 70s. What else? Eric Johnson's down here, and then lots and lots of Jethro Tull. And of course, yes, I have all the box sets too, but they're in the closet because they don't fit on these shelves. So we'll be seeing them again at a later date, even though I've shown them all off before. But here, all sorts of Jethro Tull through the years. It's funny how, like, more and more as time goes on, this album is becoming one of my favorites. I just love Minstrel in the Gallery. Benefit has been my favorite Jethro Tull album for many years, but I'm finding in more recent years, even though I still love it, I'm finding I'm liking like one or two others like a little bit more. And I always love Thick as a Brick, and even Aqualung now. I just appreciate Aqualung even more. But man, Minstrel in the Gallery and Stormwatch and Heavy Horses and Songs from the Wood, oof, just love those, and the Passion Play, and yeah, all this good stuff. So, there you have it, guys. That's the part 2 of a look at my CD collection. There's going to be many more parts to come, as you can imagine. So let me just... So yeah, just, I guess, kind of stay tuned, and we'll bring you more of these. Probably, one a week for the next couple of weeks till we get through everything. So see you next time. You can see the desk behind me, right? That's where I sit each and every day. That is the command center. You guys want to see the command center? Hold on a second. I'll check around. Yeah, that is kind of what I stare at all day long. So that is how I work. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time here on the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on the notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please hit that like button. Very, very important. So thanks for watching. I am Pete Pardo. We'll see you real soon. Take care.